Hey, what's up everybody, it's your boy Ryan Trunky back again with a new video. So today I'm gonna do what if Deku had archangel part 6. So let's get started.
Yeah. Hold up. Get right with you. I'ma get right with you. Bad bitches, fuck up, then dismiss it. Bang. I ain't really here to take no pictures. Middle finger up for the system. Fuck.
So it was another day and time for school. Both Izuku and Momo tired from fun weekend by hanging out with their friends, staying up late watching movies at home. But it was time to resume hero training, and so as they arrived at school, Izuku noticed something different about Lida. He had learned to relax and not be so uptight. Everyone in class was kinda freaked out by Lida's change. As the bell rang for class, Aizawa sensei had announced, everyone get your hero's costume on and board the buses outside. We will do simulation rescue in different environments. As everyone got dressed and boarded the buses, everyone began to talk. Izuku began to feel familiar sensation on his back, but Momo asked him in a low tone, "Are you okay, honey?" Izuku answered, "Yeah, but I feel like something is about to happen." "Well, it might be nothing at all," Izuku thought, and we arrived at USJ. We were greeted by hero number 13, who was a hero but that specializes in rescue. He said, "Welcome to next lesson in becoming heroes. It's a rescue scenarios." Kirishima had cut off the number 13. "Are we doing rescue while having to fight villains?" Number 13 said, "This isn't part of your test, those are real villains." "How did they get in?" "Aizawa, that's not important right now. Get my student to safety." As hero number 13 rounded up the class, a villain appeared to block the escape route, and before hero 13 could react, Katsuki and Kirishima reacted and attacked the shadow villain. At the same time, he used teleportation technique and separated all the students to be attacked by villains. Izuku was teleported and stood beside Momo, Lida, Ochaku, and Tsuyu. They were on the boat that simulated standard ship. As the boat was surrounded by villains, Izuku flew and shouted "Dark Storm." As black lightning flew from his left hand, Izuku electrocuted the villains swimming in the water. As they cleared that obstacle, Izuku saw Aizawa sensei losing ground against the villains surrounding him. Izuku told his group to meet up with the rest of the class. Momo said, "Where are you going, Izuku?" "Izuku, I'm going to help Aizawa sensei. I'm not going to have blood on my hands." Momo said, "Just be careful, don't do anything reckless." As Izuku manifested his sword of darkness, he jumped in, and Aizawa sensei asked, "Why would you risk your life for me?" As Izuku said, "I want to help people. That's why I joined this school, to become a hero even if people call me a villain. Do my power to control darkness." Aizawa couldn't argue. He was glad to have some backup, and out of nowhere appeared a man with white hair who furiously snatched his neck as if he was going through withdrawal. He announced, "My name is Shigaraki Tomura, and I've come to kill All Might." Izuku said, "Well, Mr. Tomura, hate to break it to you, but he isn't here, only us, hero in training." Shigaraki said, "Well, that's the point, boy. Surely All Might will come if I kill all of you." Izuku, "As long as I stand, I won't allow anything that can harm my friends." At that moment, Tomura yelled, "No more!" And this Hakulen figure with obsidian colored skin and its brain exposed blindsided Aizawa sensei and began to beat him to a pulp. In front of Izuku yelled, "Dark Repulse!" But as Izuku did that, Momo wasn't affected, and Izuku was punched and sent flying. His body was strong enough to support the punch as Tomura walked toward the bloody and beaten Aizawa. And as Tomura touched Sensei's arm, it began to disintegrate. Izuku rushed with his shadow sword and began hacking and slashing. It seemed to work, but the creatures known as Nomo had a regeneration quirk. Izuku threw a shadow kick that sent the Nomo flying, and at this time Izuku grabbed Aizawa and regrouped with the class. As he got there, everyone saw Sensei and was shocked at how injured he was. Shigaraki Tomura said, "Kurogiri, come to my side at once. Listen, young heroes, I'll give you 5 minutes to make a plan so you can save as many lives that you can before I kill all of you." As Class 1A was trapped and in a panic, nobody took charge, and Aizawa said, "I'm sorry, I failed to protect you guys." Aizawa fell asleep, and Izuku's mind, he imagined everyone die before his eye. It was something that he couldn't allow. Izuku took his stance and said, "I'll hold them back while all of you run. I don't care if I die here. We are training to be a heroes. If it means sacrifice myself to help others, I'll gladly do so." Kirishima said, "Are you nuts? No way you can take an army that big on your own." Tenya Leda said, "Midoriya, please reconsider and think. There must be another way to do this." Izuku grew angry and began to channel the deep reserves of his dark power. He was going to let the darkness consume him in order to be able to protect his new friends as Izuku gained more and more power inside Izuku's mind. As Izuku began to unleash his power of darkness, he was being consumed by it in his mind. But as the darkness was slowly taken over his being, Izuku began to hear voices in his head. "Inko, honey, with this quirk, people will call you a villain, but prove them wrong and show them you can be a hero." Hisashi said, "Son, I'm sorry for not being there when you needed me, but I'm here now and always will be." Kirishima said, "We're not just classmates, we're friends now. I got you back, Ochaku." Deku, "Thanks for saving me during the entrance exam. If I can ever help, let me know, and I'll be there." Lida said, now saying, "Midoriya, you showed me a balance between being uptight and having fun. I thank you for teaching me. If you ever need my assistance, you have it, my full support." Momo said, "Even if you unleash your full power and nobody wants except you, just know I'll always stand by your side. I won't care if it's us against the world." Almighty. Young Midoriya, always remember, even in the depth of the darkness, you will always find a ray of light. As these voices spoke, the darkness which tried to consume Izuku faded and was replaced by white light. As everyone witnessed the dark aura that Izuku emitted, they were taken back when the dark aura had faded and was replaced by a white pure aura. As Izuku kept this power flow going, he felt the same sensation as the day his quirk manifested, but this time on his right side. An angel wing as white snow had developed from Izuku. Everyone stood in shock as Izuku had pushed the boundaries of his power, manifesting a second wing. Izuku had mastered all powers of light. It was the same concept as his dark power. He created two swords, one of darkness and one of light, as he fused them in one sword. The balance between light and dark, the harmony blade at like 12 feet's length. Izuku turned to his friend and said, "I'll delay them, so run and get to safety." Izuku charged at the massive villain army and knocked all half of the army. As the villain saw that we're no match for this new power, Shigaraki yelled, "No more! Kill this kid!" Izuku had channeled all his power energy to his sword and began to slash through Nomo's joint area. The Nomo's regeneration quirk wasn't working. Izuku shouts, "Chain of Purgatory!" This chains could only be removed by Izuku. Shigaraki Tomura said, "Kurogiri, let's retreat and come back with more power." "Kurogiri, as you wish, we shall leave." They both fled, and Izuku, exhausted from using too much power, he began to cough up blood as the door, the USJ, slammed open. "I am here." All Might shouted, and he and all the pro heroes who came as backup saw villains chained up and subdued. Izuku passed out in a small pool of the blood, coughed up. After the pro heroes arrived at the USJ, saw Izuku in a small pool of blood, and they feared that he had been a KIA, like killing in action, and All Might had picked up the unconscious body of Izuku Midoriya, took him to the ambulance outside as the other pros rounded up the villains. The one who was most shocked to see Izuku was none other than his wife Momo. She broke down in tears saying, Momo said, "Izuku, baby, please don't leave me. I couldn't stand to the thought of living without you." As All Might boarded the ambulance, he signaled over to Momo to join him in the escort of young Midoriya to the hospital. As everyone from 1A was confused as to why Momo broke down in tears, the rest of the students were being questioned by police as to what happened. They asked with concern what hospital their friend Midoriya was being taken to. The hospital officer said he was going to be at the Dagoba Municipal Hospital. The students were then escorted back to school, then home. The student protested to be escorted toward the hospital. The students begged to be escorted so they could see their friend who bravely faced a dangerous situation. So now back inside the ambulance. Momo, thank you for allowing me to come and be with Midoriya, All Might Sensei. All Might said, "It's no trouble at all. Besides, you're his wife, aren't you?" When I first saw Midoriya, he was trying to hold back the darkness. I taught him how to do so. After he met you, it became easier to do so. And once he told me you guys signed the marriage paper, you're all he talks about. Momo began to blush as All Might told her everything that two talked about while the ambulance, and one of the medics says he's not bleeding out, there are no cuts anywhere. As the medic applied pressure to his chest, Izuku was all weakened and yelled, "Ow, son of a..." He wondered where he was as he looked at All Might and Momo. Izuku said, "Where am I?" Medics said, "We're on our way to Dagoba Hospital. You have 4 broken ribs and try not to move. If you keep moving you might puncture your lungs." All Might said, "Whose blood were covered in your young Midoriya?" Izuku said, "When I gained this new power after I defeated all the villains, I caught up a lot of blood, then collapsed in the puddle." All Might said, "I'm glad it's not too serious, just some broken bones. You might suffer a bit from more right now." As All Might pointed across from his, Izuku saw none the other his wife, with tears running down her face. Momo said, "You big idiot! Why did you have to worry me? I thought I lost you. I felt like a piece of me died, thinking I would never see you again." As Momo slammed her head in Izuku's chest, he cried out, "Ouch! Are you trying to break more of my bones?" Momo said, "Maybe I should break another bone to teach you a lesson for scaring me." As Momo tears hit Izuku, he held her as best he could without having his broken ribs to hurt him. As they arrived at the hospital, Izuku gave Momo his mom and dad number and told her to call either of them. If one doesn't answer, let them know what happened. Momo nodded, and as Izuku went forward and X-ray room to see if anything else was wrong, Momo called Inko first. First cell phone call, and the phone started ringing. Inko, hello? Who is this? Momo said. Hello mother, it's Momo. Inko, oh dear, what a pleasant surprise to get called from you. Is everything okay? Momo said. I wish that I had better news, but Izuku is in the hospital. Inko didn't react. She went silent and asked, is my son still alive? Momo said, yeah, but he has 4 broken ribs, and I'll fill you in when you and father get here to the Dagobah hospital. Inko said, we'll be there soon as possible. As Inko ended the call, All Might called recovery girl and had Izuku held, but 3 of his ribs were far too damaged for recovery girl to heal them. So the doctor of the hospital had prepared a special method to make a cast for rib area, which would be tight and not extremely bulky, so he will still be able to move. As the main doctor approached Izuku, hello, I'm Dr. Yamanka. If you're Izuku Midoriya, I'd like to speak with you about your quirk. Is there anyone who is here with you so we can inform them as well? Izuku said, my wife Momo is here right now and my parents should be on their way. Dr. Yamanka said, very well, we shall wait for your parents. After the doctor said that, Inko and Hisashi burst through the door in panic looking for their son. As they saw Izuku, they noticed he grew another wing, and Dr. Yamanka signaled to them. Dr. Yamanka said, you must be Izuku's parents, well, Midoriya's family. I have good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear? Midoriya's family. Let's hear the bad news first. Yamanka said, bad news is that Izuku had 3 broken ribs, but since his quirk allows him to heal faster, he will heal in 2 weeks or 3. Midoriya's family. So what's the good news? Yamanka said. I just told you, he will heal faster. Hisashi said. Why did Sun grow a second wing? Yamanka said. The reason he grew a second wing, because his quirk has now fully manifested. Everyone looked at Dr. Yamanka in confusion. So he explained that since Izuku suffered isolation and bullying, his darkness manifested rapidly, but as he began to make friends and remember the people in his life who are supporting him, his light was able to manifest, which also led to the white wing on his right side, and it means Izuku had become far more powerful than anyone could imagine. Later that afternoon, as Izuku's parents left the hospital after finding out he was going to be okay, they left to grab takeout meals so that the 2 couples could enjoy spending a reunion together. Momo said, Izuku, I can't imagine what I'd do without you. Izuku said, I'm sorry to worry you, but I felt that I need to protect everyone. That's what it means to be a hero. Momo said, I know being a hero comes with major risk, and at this moment Izuku shut Momo up by kissing her on the lips, and as he pulled away he whispered, no matter what, I won't die, and leave you alone, I'll keep you safe. And this made Momo kiss him, and as they lips made contact, Class 1A burst through the door shouting, Midoriya, we've come to visit! Catching both Momo and Izuku in the middle of their makeout session, the 2 blushes deep red after being caught by their classmates. All the guys were filled with jealousy, and Bakugo shouted at Izuku with him shouting, Deku, how dare you get a girl before me? All Might stepped in and said, young Bakugo, this is a hospital, not a battlefield. All Might had seen handcuffs and restrained him. Everybody understood and the girls were all jealous after hearing about Izuku cooking and cleaning just for Momo. This conversation was interrupted by Principal Nizu as he walked in. Nizu said, "Hello students of Class 1A, I hope all of you are doing well considering the events which have passed." Izuku said, "Principal Nizu, what's going on? Is everything okay?" Nizu said, "Izuku Midoriya, you are a hero. You managed to save the lives of your classmates and teachers." Izuku, speaking of teachers, how is the Aizawa sensei? Nizu said, "Aizawa is going to be okay. He sent his gratitude for saving his life. But with a heavy heart I have to say UA will be closing for 2 weeks until we can investigate this incident." Everyone was in a shock as Nizu walked away. Everyone wondered what they would do for 2 weeks. Without any training, they would get sloppy. "Izuku, I have suggestion. Why don't all of you stay with Momo and I, and we can set up training camp and I have fun while we're at it." Everyone was excited. The 1-2 people who missed Izuku say this were Todoroki and Bakugo. Those two had no interest in such events. So guys, here part 6, as I told you, so like many of you was commenting, tell me to post this part 6, so here is it. You can watch this long ass video as you want. So also, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in another video.